What is this? Working on these, you don't want to drop anything down, you know, into the engine. That would be bad. So you gotta be.
Hello, Liza. How do you do? I'm writing you a letter. I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me. I'm still kicking around here in Tennessee. I heard you got a new place. I heard you got a new job. I heard you got a haircut and it looks real nice. Are you ever lonely? Do you ever think of me? I heard you got a new man. I hope it treats you right. And before you toss this letter.
Okay, one last loop around the truck for the evening. I didn't realize it on my black truck, but it's even fancy enough. It's got the little windshield washer spray guy for that camera up there. Oh man, that is a freaking hog of a badge. And we got the little camera tucked in right there. Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. Been in and out of this thing so much today. I washed my hands before I even touched anything inside the cab, all right? And that just brought it around, having that little bit of wire loom on there. It cracked me up at how much that improved it. I need to put my sticker on this truck and she'll be ready to roll. Now, I will remind you that there is nearly 9 pounds of hardware holding this bed on there. 3 5/8 grade 8 bolts on each side to tie in the bumper pole or the back of this here. And yeah, it might be overkill. I got so much bolts on there, but when you know you are offered the chance for another bolt into hardware, you go ahead and take it. I got a piece of 3-inch C-channel running from this side to that side on the puck system, and there's 2 bolts on each side of that. And then the front half of the puck system, I just got like a 1-foot section, so it ties into both sides of the puck system with 2 more bolts on each side. And then up front, we got another 2 5/8 bolts tying it on that 2x6 box that I got right there. I'll tell you what, that box, putting that piece of 1/4 inch on the end of it there, whew, I was really able to give that bolt the wood with the impact and brought it in. If you guys don't really know, basically the modern day impact, if you crank it down, you don't really have that much more of an option with a breaker bar after that. She's pretty tight. So I'm going to get all this mess cleaned up. I might come back down later tonight, clean this up. But tomorrow, Casey's going to be here. We're going to do some double checking with everything with the truck. And, man, this turned out pretty slick. Oh, that backup camera up there. Look how just chilling. I need to get that one more sticky to go up there, and this thing will be ready for rock and roll. Cracked me up in the last video, taking this bed off. Somebody said, oh, if you're losing your breath taking that bed off, wait till you try taking one off of a 25-year-old truck. Listen, folks, shut up, okay? Gosh dang, I take these beds off for breakfast, all right? But looky here. Where's the bolts for the bed? Or it's for the hitch. Hitch is up there, ain't gonna get it down, but they had these big old monster suckers. I don't even know what I did with them. But they were like 33 millimeter bolt heads, and they were, no joke, laced with concrete holding them in there. Like, that's a little one. That I gotta find those suckers. But it was everything I had with a breaker bar and a cheater pipe to get that sucker off there. But if anybody's interested in the bed off of that truck, it is up for grabs. It's got 200 miles on it, and yeah, we don't need it anymore. Casey's gonna come get his truck here in a little bit. What is this? Must have saw it on the side of the road and snagged it up. What a goofball. Gosh. This is too funny. Can't make this up. I vaguely remember this truck being at Casey's house a couple years ago when I was there out in the back, and didn't pay too much attention to it. Just a 2-wheel drive 12 valve. He surprised me with it today, hoping to talk down the bill a little bit, which he did. we came to an agreement, which is exactly what he paid for it. But I really appreciate the fact that he surprised me by bringing it. It's just too funny. So it's it rear-ended something, and then it got rear-ended, so it actually bent the frame right in the middle. We're gonna get it unloaded real quick, and I want to get a video of both his old rig versus his new one. We got 07.5 G56 3500 cab chassis. Got a dump box on it. Pretty cool truck. It's got like 180,000 miles on it or something. Just too funny though. I'm laughing. I appreciate it a lot. I think it's cool. It's a shame the other side of the bed is completely toast. This side's mint. That is a pretty cool truck. I'm like more than half tempted just to buy that one from him, but big dollar. First time Bad Jackson's been out in the light, all bolted down and wired up. Dude, what a little stub-nosed son of a batch. We're gonna compare the bed height on this one. Oh, look at the backup lights and everything work.
Well,
I had to pick at you. Dude, that is crazy how that looks super shiny when it shows up, but then this thing comes out and you're like, whoa.
it was silver. I had this truck painted in
I thought it was white.
No, 2010. It was painted.
Yeah.
The face was clear.
Well, how's the bed height back here? It's not too much different. It's a little bit lower than yours. I thought this one was supposed to be higher.
That dump bed, so.
Yeah, but that's what everything I did to it. This one, trying to rake it more and more up.
Right.
I was just like, man, I thought we were going to be underneath that other one by a mile. But I think we did all right. Doesn't seem overkill, right?
Not at all. I'm already used to that height, so it's going to be no change.
Yeah.
A little shorter, usable, bed for attachment purposes, but I should be able to get by.
Not bad, though. But compared to, like, man, yeah, you got plenty of everything holding this baby on.
Oh, yeah.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, way overkill on all the straps holding it onto the subframe.
You probably didn't even need that one.
No.
And you got rubber isolators.
Oh yeah, we ran a strip of rubber underneath the
Wow.
subframe there.
Yeah, there's...
We did it like a big truck, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Way fucking heavy duty.
And how much is this way empty or cruising?
Just running like right now is like 11.6 or something.
11.6 with like a Toyota load of tools,
Yeah. Well, it's got the dump bed, 50
Yeah.
gallon fuel cell.
But so you could probably take like 800-900 pounds worth of stuff off of it, not fuel.
Right.
So that truck over there weighs maybe 8, and then this one empty without all that tools would be 10. So you're 2,000 pounds lighter just right off the kick. Obviously no dump bed, but
Already, yeah.
yeah, which because you're using the dump bed every hour.
I was considering just pulling and just putting a regular flatbed on, but I was like, still, I don't really care to have the 6-speed anymore when I'm really heavy towing on the hills.
Yeah.
Starting and stopping and unloading machines.
I think for as far as automatic truck options go nowadays, the 10-speed, just the shift on the fly, that thing is about as close as you can get to both worlds.
That's what everyone's saying, so we'll see.
Not just me.
Put it through its paces.
Yeah.
It's got some work to do as soon as we get it all dressed up.
Well, you want to go up there and we'll grab that tank and try to slap it up there and see how it fits?
Let's see, yeah.
Okay. We'll go up there quite quick.
If it's going to stick out too far, then...
All right, look at that. What a gentleman. Backing up the horse for me. Give me a ride. There we go. You gonna hook her up?
I was trying to figure out my new camera.
Oh, first time, huh? There you go. A little too much. Never heard that before, huh? That'll work right there. Okay. Concern answered.
mean, you can put it right there and it's not going to interfere. So I could run it right over the neck right here. Let's try something like that.
Man, I don't know. But you think about it, like if it's in the factory pickup bed, which they got some serious engineers technically, it's over here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that 90 right there could get into this.
Yeah. Let's not test our luck today. All right, we got enough experimenting going on.
You don't like that? You can just put it.
I don't love it.
What's wrong with that? That's how it's gonna get run.
If you're talking yourself into it. Dude. Like the shortest option trailer you can get, shortest option truck you can get, with the best steering possible. That's how you do it right there, folks. Bam. All right, for all you guys interested in what's going on, this is what kind of started the whole idea about this F450 showing up. So Casey's old truck, he's been driving this thing for 20 years. 07.5, so it's a 6.7 G56 truck. And it's got taller gears. He got this gooseneck. He's got a Kenworth, so don't even question that. He's got better stuff than all of you guys by a lot. This guy's legit. But he wanted a gooseneck for hauling into certain jobs where he didn't want to get in with a Kenworth. And this truck just didn't quite have the balls for it, and the gearing wasn't right, so we started talking re-gear it, and ultimately this is just a better option. Plus I got a turbo actuator starting to act up, and we just went and did some road testing with it, and yeah, that's that. So I didn't even clear the code. Whatever, forgot to do that. You got a code reader though? Huh?
That's because I got to cut you check anyways.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Boy, oh boy. That's the heaviest load yet. Got that fat girl on the back. Hardcore. See you later. Sweet. All right. Let's give this thing a quick look over. Not really sure what year it is. I'm gonna guess 94, because that just seems to be how we roll with these regular cabs. Been sitting a little while. Oh, no kidding, 94. She's been smoked, okay? Door's been left open for a little bit, but when it comes down to it, we got ourselves a 12 valve. Oh, how many miles are on it? 296. She was up there. Honestly, the price, and plus he surprised me with it. I probably should have just taken it for free. But look at this. It's got a ram brake. It's got a Cummins exhaust brake on it. That's pretty cool. I could put that thing on a truck right off the bat. That means, oh, you know what? That means a valve springs have been done? Maybe. Somebody took the turb ski off because they needed one for another truck, and they didn't end up actually using it. So it's turboless, but it lets you really see that it's got a, they sealed it up nice. I mean, pretty legit. Hopefully, I mean, it had the hood on it still. Had a pack rat going in there. Man. Good clean engine oil. This thing got hardened. It got hit so hard, it bent the frame in the center. And it got wound up into there. I don't know. It's hard to find 12 valves anymore for a reasonable price. So it almost seems like it's cheaper to buy like a nice truck rather than an old beater at this point. But this will do the job just fine. Looks like they tried to grab it with an excavator. Oh well. I'm excited. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it other than I'll probably try to might have a turb ski or at least block off the oil and get all this cleaned up. And while it's still got a, you know, harness hooked up to it, crank it and see how it purrs. Take all this junk off so the engine can do some stuff. But I'm just excited about the fact that he surprised me with it. He wanted to see if it would help out his bill a little bit, and it did. He didn't want to tell me what he paid for it, but what I offered him for it is what he paid for it, so it worked out real good. What was that? You guys hear that? Huh. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. The truck Ford's out of here, and hopefully it's going to be doing its job real good for years to come. Bam! All right, let's keep going. Well, there you have it, everybody. Casey, his setups always deliver, man. He's been running a Kenworth for many years, hauling his equipment. And now I'll remind you, it's not a hotshot truck. It never was a hotshot truck. It was for what I'm showing right now. He's in the forestry and excavation business. I'm not going to show any more of his gear with you guys. He's not really show and tell kind of a guy. He's pretty secretive, and I appreciate the fact that he allowed me to document actually setting this truck up for him. But I had to show the first load that Ford hauled, the first official heavy load. And normally he hauls this with his Kenworth, the hook truck. But it is just a convenient setup. You don't need to take the semi to work with you. And it's crazy how many boxes this miniature semi pretty much checks. And I talked to him that morning after he dropped this machine and got going at this job site, and he was pretty happy with how the Ford's performance and the ease of travel with it was. So that's good to hear. Anyway, we'll see you guys.
Comments. See you guys on the next one. Later.